WPTV.
All right, let's see if I get these rules wrong again. Welcome to our second franchise face-off, Lord of the Rings versus Harry Potter. Now remember, this is a nerd news talk show, so we're all losers here. Each side will get 30 seconds for an opening statement to plead their side's case, and then we will dive into categories where each side will plead why theirs is superior. And at the end, we'll have a social media poll where you, the fans, will vote for whoever wins. Now, we're going to flip a coin to see who gets to go first, but it doesn't really matter because they're both going. Call it. You guys.
Tails.
Sure.
Tails. Heads.
Damn.
Ooh, you guys first. Harry Potter.
Right.
Okay. And on Team Harry Potter, we have Kaitlyn and Van. So you guys, 30 seconds for an opening statement. Now.
Okay, so if I had to choose a book between an exciting adventure where good fights evil, and or between a book where you have to go through an adventure with a midget with hairy feet, I would rather pick Harry Potter because it's a wonderful story about good versus evil and how love conquers all.
Keep going. You got a few seconds.
Oh,
Anything else?
okay.
Anything else? Van?
Harry Potter's awesome.
And time. Pretty compelling argument. Okay, we have a sound effect for that. I did not know that.
Whoa.
Okay, so Lord of the Rings. And on Team Lord of the Rings, we have Will and Hebby. Go, 30 seconds, now.
Hey, well, I would like to point you to the series that inspired most of what's in Harry Potter. That would be Lord of the Rings. I don't think we'd have any sort of, any kind of fantasy today would not exist without the Lord of the Rings.
It's the Godfather.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
It really.
It's what made the future. Lord of the Rings itself and The Hobbit. It's what gave everybody the inspiration to just come up with these creatures, come up with this fantasy world.
Time's up.
Boom.
Okay,
Excellent.
it's getting hot in here.
Excellent.
So, our first category is books. Yawn. So, Hogwarts, not Hogwarts, Harry Potter. Go. 30 seconds.
Okay, so first of all, Harry Potter has sold over 400 million copies in over 67 languages. It is clearly the most popular fantasy novels ever written. J.K. Rowling is the only person to ever achieve a billionaire status out of writing books. We literally grew up with the characters, we grew up with the stories, which is why we are much more connected with them than Lord of the Rings. You say that Harry Potter is a ripoff, but it's not, because without Lord of the Rings, it still would have been written exactly the same.
Ooh. That was good. That was good. Okay, Lord of the Rings.
Right.
Back to you guys.
Okay.
Books.
I doubt Harry Potter would have come out exactly the same had Lord of the Rings not been written. And on top of that, Lord of the Rings is the seminal work of one of the greatest authors of the previous generation. Tolkien created a world within these books, and even in continuing not just in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but with the Silmarillion and in the Unfinished Tales, and then going back to the Hobbit, he created this rich world that had nothing to do with the world that we were currently in, but it was a way to immerse ourselves.
And time.
Nice.
That's it for books.
Nice.
Now, heroes. Harry Potter.
Okay, well, first of all, we have much more stronger female characters in the Harry Potter universe. We have Hermione Granger, Luna Lovegood, Ginny Weasley, and Minerva McGonagall. Just putting that out there.
Whoa!
We have certainly much more complexity in our heroes. We have Snape, who is believed to be a villain throughout the entire series until you realize what his motives actually were, and he's actually a hero. The Potter characters are definitely much more complex because neither of them are hero or villain. There is both light and dark inside them, and they have to choose between which one. They have to choose which characters are best.
Time's up.
Yeah.
All right, Lord of the Rings. You're up, bud.
Frodo and Bilbo have no experiences, and they managed to pull off the most impossible quest that anybody could do. Imagine a hobbit that just smokes a pipe, chills at home, lives in a really midgets, dwarves, dwarves. Imagine that. Halflings. Imagine that.
Halflings.
Able to accomplish something crazy.
They take a walk.
Yeah, Harry was destined for greatness. Frodo and Bilbo went out and found it. Mm-hmm. They went out in the world and they adventured.
Yes, but you're forgetting that an 11-year-old beat the Dark Wizard of all time.
Ever used to,
Ooh.
Oh.
All right, break it up. Okay. Villains. Harry Potter. Go.
Okay, so first of all, we have Voldemort, who is a very in-depth character. He has a huge backstory, and he's a perfect balance between our hero because he is physically incapable of being able to love, while Harry is, his whole motive is because he loves his friends and his family. And we have here.
And on top of that, we don't just have the big, like, big spooky evil guy. We also have Umbridge, who is the everyday villain in each of our lives. So we don't just, because no one has a Sauron in their lives, but we all have an Umbridge.
Ooh.
Sauron,
Strong stuff.
Sauron throws away people like Voldemort for breakfast.
That's true.
Okay,
Why
and
would you throw away breakfast?
I don't know.
Do you see that eye on the
you eat
mountain?
the
It was
breakfast?
part. It was part of the metaphor, Dave. Chill.
Yeah,
okay.
keep going. Keep going. My bad.
Okay.
next time.
Sauron, one of the Ishitari, one of the gods of the Lord of the Rings universe, betrayed them, and they still came out on top.
Yeah.
And
We also got orcs, we got spiders, we got all these mystical animals that you guys don't have. Just
Yeah.
saying, or are we?
Yeah, you guys don't have spiders.
kidding me?
Okay.
What?
Nobody has spiders.
granted, there are
What do you,
You want to talk about
Oh.
hippogriffs?
spiders? We have,
Wait, your turn. Okay. We have story
okay.
/ journey.
Didn't mention those spiders.
Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, we have ginormous spiders, and then his name is Aragog, and he's awesome. And we have a whole complex story. We have a world that's involved in our world, which makes us see ordinary things as wondrous and amazing and really beautiful and magical. And we have, help me out here.
We have a lot of things. What do you mean? We have a lot of mystical creatures.
We have tons of creatures.
From
we have
actual mythology, so people can connect it from like Greek mythology and everything. Sure, you have what elves, orcs, and like spiders,
we have
There you go.
basilisks.
My mistake. I did not know
Nazgul.
there were spiders.
The
We have
Nazgul.
lots
That's
of
crazy.
spiders.
You have lots of spiders?
Yes, lots
I don't
of
like that. I don't like
There
spiders.
are a lot of spiders.
Like the
But you guys
whole
have the big
second
spiders.
movie
Yeah, we-
is
yes, we
based
do.
off
You
of
have a lot of giant
Yeah.
spiders.
Stop talking about
Thanks.
spiders. It's gross. Okay. We have films, the big one. Actually,
We didn't go.
you guys did not go.
No,
Go
we
ahead.
didn't.
Story journey, go.
Do you see
30
Middle
seconds.
Earth? Do you see how beautiful the lands are? Do you see the elf land? Everything
No, I
about
don't.
that? Have you seen?
I don't see that.
Do you see how dark and evil
Actually,
Mordor is?
I read it on. I don't see
Have
it.
you not seen Return of the King with the battle and all that? That.
Are you okay? Yes. You just had a hernia. Ladies and gentlemen.
This established the adventure genre for a modern age. It established the modern man from humble beginnings, rising up to go and combat evil.
Gandalf is leading a pack of people. That is the most iconic
Time.
scene.
All right. Now for our final category. Films. Harry Potter.
Okay, I know what you're gonna say. Lord of the Rings has more Oscars than Harry Potter. Well, guess what? Do you have 2 theme parks in Universal? We have Harry Potter Studios in London. We have our own castle in the UK where you can actually enroll as a Hogwarts student because of the success of the Harry Potter films.
It caters to the fans, unlike Lord of the Rings. I can't be as a fan as a Lord of the Rings and go out and experience the world.
Plus, the films are insanely detailed. Everyone puts so much dedication into it. Maggie Smith, who plays
Time's up.
McGonagall.
Time's up. All right, Lord of the Rings. Go.
Return of the King won Best Picture. Need I say more?
Yes.
The films are a crowning achievement.
Yes. Elijah Wood is a better actor.
But you guys don't
just
have
saying.
amusement
Do you
parks.
have a theme park?
Oh.
You can
Yes, we do.
visit,
We
you
have
can
the Shire.
vi- You can
We have
visit the Shire.
We can actually go there. We
in New
We
Zealand.
could squeeze inside
Yeah.
there and live like one of
You
the
can go.
hobbits.
You can
I
go.
could take off my
you-
shoes and show my
You
hairy
can go
feet.
to the mountain. There was an entire web series based around people going and walking from the
We have our
Shire
own
to
language.
Mordor.
Too.
There's a lot of languages in
Yeah.
Harry Potter.
We have the elf language, okay?
The-
Film is
Okay,
beautiful.
but we do have a
The
language.
director is
Okay, break it up. Break it up. This ain't West Side Story. All right. As for you all, go to our Press Start Twitter and Facebook pages and fill out our online poll to see which side is superior. The importance of these polls is comparable to your dating life, which is also not existent. I was responsible for keeping these kids from killing each other, but as always, I don't really care. See you guys next week.
Avada Kedavra!
yeah, what is that noise?